Hey there, all of my Aquarius people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological overview for November 2024. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And of course, don't forget your weekly forecasts that also come up on this channel every week. So what's going on when it comes to this month? November is a really organized month. It's a very clean month, but it's also like we have two separate months going on one after another. So we're going to read it that way. The first half of the month is very different from the second. And for a lot of you, it's going to be great all across the board. The first half of the month, we've got the sun in Scorpio and a new moon in Scorpio right out the gate, November 1st. And this is lighting up your 10th house of career, upward mobility, and status. And so a lot of you are going to find that the first half of this month is promoting you, really pushing you to get out of places that you've maybe overstayed or things that you, whether you know it or not, have outgrown as far as work is concerned. This is a beautiful opportunity for new roles, new raises, new money, new jobs, as well as even transformations in terms of what it is you are providing to not only the workforce, but also to the world. And this could put you in a place of higher stature by the time we even get through the end of 2024. We've got Mars entering Leo at the beginning of the month as well. And you're going to notice partnerships are also going through a very important shift as we have Mars really working over your closest one-on-one connections. So whether they're platonic, romantic, or business, trying to work out the best way to have the best friendships with these people possible so that the romantic elements or the business elements or whatever elements are all the more successful. With Mars here, however, there can also be a lot of pressure being put on breaking blockages, as well as breaking barriers and unnecessary containments that have maybe come up around relationships that have been preventing anything from becoming more successful or more ambitious. And you might find also, for those of you who are single or available to new people, that Mars is bringing in the best and brightest here to connect with you as well. But there may also be some blocks, internal and external, that need to be faced as you go through this. We have Venus and Mercury in Sagittarius at the first half of the month as well. And this is turning your social life into a much more active, much more engaged world of community, and your support system also becoming all the more lively. With Mercury here, this is a time where you may notice friends and allies coming closer, getting more involved in your life, and getting more involved in your goings-on in ways where they can help you speed up progress with all of your own personal concerns, private concerns, and also bringing a lot of assistance your way. But Venus is making people all the more generous as well. And you may be also finding that friends are becoming a lot more generous and affectionate to prove it. This is also a time where your love life is becoming a lot more outgoing, a lot more adventurous, and you might also notice that for those of you who are single and available, it may be through a friend or through a friendship or community you are associated with that new love could show up as well. The second half of the month, we've got Venus entering Capricorn, and this is going to be giving you a chance to bring back into now something from the past that was actually very rewarding for you as far as an old romantic or intimate pleasure. Now, this could be something that you and a significant other are revisiting, right? Maybe an earlier chapter in our relationship. For those of you who are single or are available, this could be maybe something that is bringing you back to an older you through meeting somebody new or reconnecting from somebody that maybe you have known, whether it's have history or don't have that kind of history with, but maybe somebody familiar, or somebody who is new but still feels like they're from that era, so to speak. But also old gifts, old pleasures, old pastimes, and all of that, really a sweet nostalgic kind of feeling coming to your personal life the second half of the month. We've got a full moon in Taurus also lighting up your area of home and family and residential matters and household income. And this is spelling a very important turning point as it relates to some kind of family matter or family affair kind of coming to a close. Now, this could be closing up a chapter of old family business or something that has been sort of a journey or an era that your household or your living circumstances have been sitting in for some time. This is a great period for anybody looking to do any kind of home renovation, environmental transition, or rearrangement, or even go for it when it comes to making a move of some kind as well, because the full moon here is all about clearing the board and making room for something sweet and something new. We also have Saturn and Pluto making some big moves this month. We've got Saturn turning direct in Pisces, which is bringing order and discipline to what has been maybe disordered or in a disarray as far as financial and professional matters are concerned. You know, things that have maybe been left up in the air, things that have been flying by the seat of their pants, no discipline, no organization, no real structure whatsoever. Saturn despises that kind of thing, of course. But for you, this is going to be very advantageous because Saturn is going to be challenging any kind of systems, setups, arrangements, or circumstances that just seem to operate that way. Depending on where you fall in terms of that being seen as a good thing, this is either going to feel really, really good and very supportive, or this could be something that feels a bit challenging. But remember, Saturn is, at the end of the day, bringing order and discipline to what is, in a detrimental way, disordered and maybe disorganized. We also have Pluto turning direct in your sign, and this is all about overdue transitions, release, and the destruction of binding influences. And for you, this is something that is going to be very advantageous. Having Pluto in your sign, in your first house, is very powerful and very supportive of you getting things your way. Because Pluto is all about removing things that have maybe been delayed in their release that could be maybe blocking you or creating some kind of containment, stagnation, or again, binding influence, speaking for your movements, your availability, and so on and so forth. Now, this could be also helping you to maybe bring something forth into being or maybe accomplish a deeply personal goal or wish that you have not been able to do because of associations with other matters and other priorities. However, this could feel like a bit of a jolt because this is also going to maybe help liberate you from things that you've been used to keeping around that aren't really all that good for you. And finally, we also have the Sun and Mercury retrograde by this point in Sagittarius to close up the month. And as we go through the end of November and on into early December, you're going to have more nostalgia come your way. As Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius is going to be taking you on a bit of a reunion tour, so to speak, as it relates to reconnecting with friends, with allies, with associates that you have drifted from, very much in the way that we also see lines of communication opening up with opportunities to maybe advance yourself both in the professional world and in your personal life. However, with this, with the Sun, we're also getting a chance to have some old activities, old pleasures reactivated that we used to have a lot of fun with in groups and with friends. And so, again, reunions all around as we close up the month and head on into the end of our year. So that is what I've got for you, Aquarius. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.